Deshaun Watson versus Shedeur Sanders competition. Get ready for it. Let me just tell you this right now. The media will make it a story to create competition buzz. Let me just tell you this again. The Deshaun Watson versus Shedeur Sanders competition will be created. They will use one versus the other. They will ask them about their relationship. They will ask them, how good is your relationship? Do you find it an issue that you guys are both competing for it? What was the situation last year? Deshaun, do you think you're going to be a good mentor? How do you want to approach this season with you competing? They're going to find any way in the world to talk about it. And it will be this versus that, us versus them. This is what it is. This is what it is. It's already started. Because in order to have somebody and be anybody but Shedeur, they're like, well, why don't we just actually divide and conquer? Because the reality is they would just rather both of them cannibalize each other, and then they don't have to see either one. Because to be truthful, they aren't interested in seeing Shedeur Sanders or Deshaun Watson play. They're convenient. Let me tell you how I know, and I'll give you an example now. Dillon Gabriel was only useful when they needed him. Dillon Gabriel was always a tool as a juxtaposition between what they told you was acceptable and what Shedeur Sanders was. It was used as a juxtaposition. Well, here on this side, we're going to frame it as this is what we expect. Dillon Gabriel is smart. He's intelligent. He's a leader. He's a veteran. He plays well. He's more savvy than people give him credit for. He's more athletic than give him credit for. He's so doggone smart, right? Shedeur Sanders was framed as a person that couldn't even walk and chew gum. Didn't know how to throw the football. Couldn't call the plays out. He had trouble with the verbiage. All of a sudden, he didn't have no pocket presence. Couldn't do it. And guess what? They use that same narrative to elevate Dillon Gabriel and push down Shedeur Sanders. Now, the great part about it is, I've always told people, is when you actually play, you can't run away from that. And when Dillon Gabriel actually started to play, they then pivoted away from it, right? But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about how that works too. See, the quicker they use you and the quicker they elevate you, they use you as a human shield. Because now the same very people that lauded, that said Dillon Gabriel was great, that said he was all of these things, are now, because the evidence is there in the front of them, because they were wrong and they don't like being called out on them being wrong in his initial assessment, they're advocating to him to get cut and traded. They never cared about whether Dillon Gabriel was actually good. They only used him as a pawn and a tool to say something that would be anything but the alternative of Shedeur Sanders. Now, all of a sudden, you don't want him on the team. You want him traded. You can't even give me, well, he's not that good. We all didn't think Dillon Gabriel. No, sir, good sir. We all heard you say this for 6 months. You all propagated it. You all said it. You all it was written. It was written. Now, it's inconvenient because your flawed assessment is still sitting here. But let me tell you how they're going to get to this one, though, too. Let me show you this. Because I've always been trying to tell you something. The narrative is coming. The narrative about Deshaun Watson and what he's going to be. Let me see if I can find this one. Can I find this one? Let's see if I got my article in here. I know somebody got an article. I know I should have had this. I know what we're talking about. Huh? You know, the reality is now you're going to see articles. You're going to see individuals that are now speaking in a way that now they will use Deshaun Watson. They will act like they always saw that there was something in him, and that they weren't the ones on the record saying that not even Deshaun Watson, you will act like you always thought Deshaun could come back. As a matter of fact, he's already had the highest upside. Boy, I tell you this, let me show you, man. I just show you. I show you what we getting to. Now, mind you, let me set this clip up. When Deshaun Watson had surgery and Joe Flacco was playing, people in Cleveland, fans, media, I don't want Deshaun Watson nowhere near the team. He leaves, gets surgery. Deshaun Watson got surgery, is away from the team. He's having dinner with his wife on a boat, not even a boat. Some people's house so small that they thought his apartment was a boat. Now, all of a sudden, They saying Deshaun Watson is showing him living his life. I don't want to see him, period. You see, they'll lie and tell you, oh, it was about the allegations with Deshaun Watson. Or it was about the fact that it was the picks. Or the fact that it was about the suspension. Or the fact that they didn't get the production. So when he just sitting there having dinner with his wife, that still ain't good enough for you. I'm gonna just rain on your parade. All them folks running around here trying to act like they was Deshaun Watson supporters when it come around. All them people that acting like they like Deshaun Watson 6 months ago said that he should be cut. Now we're gonna play this so we understand why you've been out of the pocket.
And let me get this right. Every time I get on a panel, every time I go somewhere, people tell me, you know what, G. Bush, you can't have him in the building. We don't want no Deshaun in the building. We can't think of it. We can't even see his face. Just get rid of him. Get him out of here. We don't need him in the building. We need guys that's concentrating. Listen, no, under no circumstances can you bring him back. Okay, well, he had surgery. He's on a boat somewhere eating pasta. And I get, G. Bush, he's supposed to be dialed in with his teammates. Why is he on the sideline? He's over here while everybody's fighting to get scrap and get wins in the facility. He's sitting here having a nerve to have a meal with his wife. The nerve of this guy. Y'all guys, listen. When I grew up, men was not jealous of other men.
Let's talk about it. This is in 2023. 23, they was doing that. This is after a good part of the portion of the people in the stands decided that they was going to cheer when he tore his Achilles heel up. Tore his Achilles heel up. But this is where we going. We still not done. We not done. Hold on, let's get back to it. It's not done. I want to get to this. Let me show you. Because this is the noise we be talking about. You ask me, are you guys really trying to really win? Y'all really trying to get to it? So when people start having this competition, always remember something. Somebody sent me this picture. I always remember this. Yeah, let's keep it a buck. So when they try to act like they don't know each other or they got the worst relationship in the world or, yeah, these dudes the divide and conquer, because let's be real, you really don't want to see none of them play. You don't want to see none of them really play. So let's be honest with you. Let's keep it pushing. You don't act like this is your option. Like, yeah, it's anybody but Shedeur Sanders. It just happens to be Deshaun Watson today. But you know what? Deshaun Watson and his lovely wife, you know what they do? They do a really good job of kind of putting things on. They do a really good job of diffusing things because, that whole divide and conquer thing ain't really going to work over here this year. Everybody on point. Everybody on messaging. Everybody on messaging right now. I had to go and check because you know how they'll do. This is AI. This is AI, G. Bush. It looked too glossy. It's too glossy. I'm like, nah, they ain't too glossy. He just happened to be super rich. That's what it looked like when you got $239 million guaranteed dollars and he out here moving around. That's what it looked like. It's super glossy. Somebody tried it, but I had to go and verify for myself because I'm the king. I like to have receipts. So I had to go to Deshaun Watson's Instagram to make sure that we wasn't just having a situation where somebody was pulling our chain. As you can see right there, there you go. You see how they looking. That's Deshaun Watson's Instagram. You can see it from the comments. So I don't know, maybe, and like Myles Garrett, when Myles Garrett was throwing the watch up, maybe it's just the fact that people like showing their watches off now, because I don't remember them doing that anytime before. Yeah, I listen. Now I'm just letting that look right there. That triggered some folks. This might be reverse rage bait on his part. Yeah, I know you guys don't really like any of us. Let me and my beautiful wife show you just how rich we is. Let me show this watch while y'all sitting at home doing a bunch of nothing and you acting like we ain't. Listen, you know what's so funny? Shedeur and Deshaun can afford them watches. Ain't that a thing? Ain't it funny how it looks like Deshaun Watson? He got a high class for taste. I like them glasses. I wear some glasses like that too on the show, Deshaun. I like that Louis Vuitton. You got the Frank Lucas on. See, what you really triggered by is you don't like seeing this. Ooh, hey guys, we know. Hey. yeah, I got hurt and I'm just working out and stuff. But let me show you my mink. Let me show you my, and the Browns didn't cut me. Oh, you mad or big mad? Are you mad or are you big mad? I just gotta show you. I'm just trying to let them see. I'm just trying to let them see. I'm just letting them know. But when it comes to this conversation, let's not let people try to make believe that they love that Miss Nurse Fancy, listen, man, that bag right there. Listen, for people that's into fashion and like, hey Rosie, sweetheart, we're gonna have to edit a lot of videos if we want that bag. we gonna have to have a lot of barbershop after darks to roll up on that bag. But it's okay. But don't let them tell you. Don't let them act like they've been buddy. Don't let them act like, oh, Deshaun Watson, we already believe. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You better stop playing around. You know they don't like you. You know they don't like us running around here being all up top like that. You sit there and you be quiet. You get what we give you. I'm just playing. Lying. Let's get to it. So this is the first one. This gonna happen. So all y'all know, just so you know, this gonna happen. They're gonna come with the competition, and you done already seen what they doing. I really feel like this gonna be yeah. They'll eventually come around because I'm the only one that keep telling them who's gonna be in the quarterback room, and they keep doing musical chairs with guys. It's Kyler Murray and C.J. Stroud. Who else is gonna be? Malik Willis. They just thinking of quarterbacks off the top of their head. Let's go. Let's get to the second part. Let's see what they're going to do. Next thing, they do it every year. They do it every year, people. Really, what the Browns really want to do is they want to tank and get to 29. What they really want to do is tank and get Arch. You mean like they were supposed to do this year? Only one problem. The coach got fired, and the owner said he got fired because he didn't win enough games. So why you continue to keep advocating that people is going to take L's and lose games when the owner is telling you what they're going to do? Oh, I don't pay attention to that. All right. Deshaun Watson, he's going to be on the team. Oh, don't pay attention to that. Kevin Stefanski. I've been told that he's out, and Andrew Berry saying, hey, don't listen to that. I heard Shedeur Sanders, the team want him to be the starting quarterback. Oh, I don't listen to that. But you're trying to get him to tank. Here's where it gets deep. Here's what it gets deep. Y'all gotta understand the reverse pickpocket move. You gotta understand the reverse play that's happening right underneath your nose. You're advocating. Let's be clear. A lot of people don't even want Andrew Berry to be here. So anything that they're suggesting that Andrew Berry do, take it with a grain of salt, because it's used to give you a false sense of security and act like they're trying to be honest arbiters with Andrew Berry. People are on the record saying they did not know how Kevin Stefanski was gone and AB was here. So now they're going to say, I think the Browns are going to tank and get another quarterback. Why would you think that Andrew Berry could afford to tank games and you've been already calling for his job this year? Do you think we're naive enough to not understand that as soon as they start to tank, as soon as they implement some of these harebrained schemes you guys are coming up with, don't you understand that we know that you're going to then turn around and then call for his job? Let's go ahead and just run the scenarios. Let's say they get Malik Willis. I'm going to give you the scenarios. The Browns got Malik Willis. Well, okay, you got Malik Willis. It's $30 million. He's played 6 games. He comes out, plays terribly. In 5 games, and you start off 1-4, 1-5. You're going to call for the general manager to be fired because you're going to say, how could you give a guaranteed contract, $30 million, to a quarterback who only plays 6 games? You'll be the first to say it. You'll then say, how can you then take the available cap money that you had and not invest it in the offensive line like you knew you should have did for 3 years? And you wouldn't do that with Kevin Stefanski. You didn't invest in the offense when Kevin was here, and that got him fired. So now we want you fired, all because because you want Malik Willis and a new shiny toy? Stop it. We're not dumb. We're not doing that. Okay, let's go down this road. Draft Ty Simpson. You draft an under 6'2" quarterback who had a mediocre year after the cats caught on to him. He ain't even better than the quarterback that they got right now. They told him you might want to hit the draft because you come back here, you might not be starting at Alabama. We got standards around here. You draft Ty Simpson, you throw him in the game. He turns out to look like Colt McCoy. You gonna say, how could you use a top draft pick? How can you use a top first-round draft pick on him after you just used a draft pick on Shedeur Sanders, who might have been better than him? You just used the top 100 pick on Dylan Gabriel, which you swung and missed on, and now you miss on Ty Simpson. Guess what? You're getting fired. See how this works? Oh, let's bring Kirk Cousins in. Kirk Cousins comes in, looks terrible, looks shot, can't throw the football downfield, and you're going to say, why would you take the Atlanta Falcons retreads? Kirk Cousins wasn't good enough to play for the Falcons. You take him, give him some money, and he's old. He couldn't even be a bridge quarterback. You did the same thing with Joe Flacco and didn't realize you got to develop a quarterback. You keep swinging and missing with these quarterbacks. Now you got an old quarterback on your roster, and you still got to restart over next year, and you don't have 2 first-round picks to do it. You're going to get fired. So really, you're advocating all of the things that's going to get people fired. Well, maybe that might be the outcome you were looking for. Let's talk about this angle before we get to your chats. Oh, it's a setup. Oh, it's a setup. You know, I'm always looking at the setup. The woo-woo is always coming. Draft positions outside of wide receiver and offensive line. Don't go for the rage bait. I've already explained to you why it's rage bait. I've already explained to you why it ain't going to happen. But let me just say, don't fall for it. Because this is also part 2, part 3, part 4 of the setup. The setup is we advocate for position groups all over the place. We want to advocate for position groups. Let's get to it. We want to advocate for position groups outside of the ones that you actually need. All the ones you need. I think Caleb Downs is substantially better than everyone else on both sides of the balls. The Browns have been so bad on offense that I think we're all warped. You got to get really good players on why you can't rule out safety Caleb Downs. Oh, so now we're going to say after all year and after people who thought Kevin Stefanski was here advocating that he needed more weapons than when he was fired, now you're going to get to a point in the season where we telling you Shedeur Sanders needs an opportunity, or whoever your quarterback is, to be able to even prove that he's a guy by having the ability to have enough good, competent pieces on the offensive line and weapons around to make the evaluation. You then say, oh, well, we want to run a clock out, because you were never interested in seeing him to play to begin with. But when he actually started playing and showing promise, you said, we got to stop this at all costs. Because what happens if he actually does get weapons? What happens if he does get the reps? Well, then again, it might be all she wrote. It might be all she wrote with that. So you now, even though you've been advocating for 2 years, even though you advocate for 2 whole years that we need offensive linemen, we need receivers. We've been talking about this forever. Now, all of a sudden, you want to go get defensive players and safeties? You know why? Because you know actively that a receiver and offensive line helps the Browns. I'm not sure you want the Browns to be helped. I think you would really like them to draft Caleb Downs. The Browns defense is still good. And then when the Browns are terrible offensively, you can then say, see, I told you Shedeur wasn't good. See, I told you they didn't have a quarterback. And then you can also say it was malpractice that then Andrew Berry didn't go get receivers and offensive line and knew about what he needed to do. But right now, you're going to advocate take best available, right? Because really what happens is when you take best available, you're hoping that they take a position that don't make them better. And then you can get one fell swoop. You can get Watson out of here. You can get Shedeur out of here. You can get Andrew Berry up out of here. And you can do it in one fell swoop. And then you can start over and do it just like you want with people you identify with. I get my quarterback now. Yeah, we go right back to woo, woo. Yeah. Well, let's get to this. You think I'm playing and you think this is just something, do you think that this is something I've just now been doing? No. I'll show you how this is a pattern. Let me show you concrete receipts. And it's from me. Just talk about me. I'm not going to talk about nobody else. Talk about me. I told you I don't say y'all names. I'm talking about me. Let me show you how for a fact People have been doing the same song and dance for years around here, and it don't got nothing to do with Shedeur Sanders. It's the delusion. Watch this. Watch the dates. Watch the dates now. When was this? 2024, January. Was Shedeur Sanders on the team? No. Was Shedeur Sanders anywhere near the building? No. Here we go. The Browns have to overdo it when it comes to improving the offensive roster. I've been consistent about this I wanted to show you the receipts. Don't let nobody, see, this is disrespectful. This is the problem I be trying to talk to y'all about, and I be getting angry about it. Stop trying to act like I'm up here moving around and shucking and jiving just because Shedeur Sanders got up in the mix. I've been standing 10 toes down talking about this in this market for well over 4 years with every quarterback. Stop trying to tell me you only saying this because it is. I've been consistent. The Browns have to overdo it when it comes to improving the offensive roster. Go above and beyond and give, at the time, who the quarterback was. See, this was what I'm trying to, you see how we be putting this together? The same tactics they use on Deshaun Watson, they will use on Shedeur Sanders. Just go back and just change the name on the quarterback. We still got it. Give Watson multiple weapons to maximize his ability to lead an explosive offense. We need 2 starting quality receivers. Did I say this because Shedeur Sanders was here? Did I say it? No. I said this years ago with Deshaun Watson. I got time. Stop trying to tell me what I'm doing. Stop trying to tell me how I'm moving. Oh, you're just saying that to say this. You're just saying that, and I've been saying that. Let's keep it going. We need another top flight running back to add to Nick Chubb. But here in Cleveland, we're not interested in adding nothing. We're not interested in adding anything. We're not interested in people doing their part. We're not interested in holding the coach accountable. We are only interested in running around, talking about quarterbacks, shifting and moving people around like it's fantasy football. That's what we addicted to. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. You say, well, where does this lead in, G. Bush? Let's get back to Twitter. I got the timeline pulled up. Here we go. Let me pull this down so I can see this. You see how the fan base act, right? After I put that up there, here we go. Here's how the goalposts, watch the consistent goalposts moving. This is the tactics in the games they play at all times. I thought the elite quarterback would make everyone better. So watch this. Watch this. It's the same argument that they use for Shedeur Sanders when he only plays 6 games. They use it against Deshaun Watson when he was elite. I thought it was the elite quarterback, right? I go on to say Burrow's a franchise quarterback. He makes Taysom Higgins better. And those 2 receivers are better than any receiver that the Browns have. So Burrow has the advantage. You don't buy a foreign car and only depend on the engine for high performance. You need great tires, cooling systems, and a battery. I've been cooking like this forever. This is prior to Shedeur Sanders. This is all prior. Let me show you how they think. Here comes another guy coming around. It's the same circular logic. I was told Watson was able to make everything around him look good, and that's why we gave up 3 first-round picks and $230 million. No, my good sir, that's not how football is played. You were told by people, but those people never played either. You need everything. Again, scapegoats. Again, let's find a person, pin all the doubts on them, and then say, oh, so you telling me that we didn't need no receivers back then with Deshaun Watson because he was so great. Talking point. It's the same narrative. It's the same BS. And then when you don't succeed, oh, well, give us another quarterback. Give us another quarterback. Let's keep it pushing. I want to continue to go down this list because everybody is swearing up and down that they want the Cleveland Browns to be good. They're swearing up and down that they know what's best and what to look for. But every time you get to the doorstep of trying to improve yourself, they holding you back. Every time you offer a suggestion, you want to move forward, they pulling you back. Somebody came to my aid. She said, I'm sure we'll convince ourselves some bum preseason underachiever is the next Megatron. It's what we do. Going back to show you receipts. So he's saying, Chef _Appleby, he's saying, we do this all the time. It's what we do. Then we complain all year that the position blows and wash rinse for the last 20 years, G. Bush. We've been doing. Brown Notes podcast says, Tom Brady didn't need a stacked roster to win 6 rings. Boy, I tell you, the delusion. I'm sorry, but are you saying that Watson will only be successful if the things are perfect around him? That's an old arguing tactic. You over exaggerate. You basically restated what I said that had nothing to do with that. Let's keep it going. I just want to show you that this isn't new. This isn't a new thing. It's not a new thing. Having multiple ones at wide receiver is the staple on some of the better teams. We are not fine. Ford is not a higher tier than running back. By the way, we still got Jerome Ford. He ain't no good. We need better. G. Bush is correct. Here you go. The same backwards thinking, the same flawed thinking that we've been dealing with. They say it over and over and over and over and over again. Is it the point of having a top quarterback, or at least paying someone like one, to have to spend a boatload of money elsewhere? Patrick Mahomes won a Super Bowl last year with worse receiving corps than Watson had. They didn't want Deshaun Watson to have no weapons. They don't want Shedeur Sanders to have no weapons. It ain't new. I'm waiting for somebody to stop me. Lord Mac Means, I can run an offense with all that talent. Sure you could. They mortgaged the draft future on this team to get a generational talent. And now we need more talent around him? Make it make sense. That's what football is. Fairy tales, bro. We fairy tales. It just ain't Shedeur Sanders. This is what we do. Last but not least, this is wild. This is the dumbest-ish ever, G. Watson needs to make up for the lack of talent. That's why you paid him the money you did. Where are we going to come up with this money for 2 more star receivers? Where's the 2 stars you got? Flacco did good, look good with all that. Without all that, he did. Mind you, this is why I give you the look back so you can move forward. Here's the damning part about this. The same exact arguments that they'll use for a $230 million veteran who you gave up 3 first-round draft picks for, who should have been a finished product enough to drag the Cleveland Browns around with no talent in receiver. They use the same exact argument for a 5th-round pick who received no reps and has only played 6 games. The reality is, people, it ain't never going to be different. It's not really about whether you're good or the receivers or what you want to. The argument will change every single time. The argument will always change. The argument that they use to devalue Deshaun Watson is the same argument they'll use against Shedeur Sanders, even though the shoe don't fit. When they need somebody to tear down Shedeur Sanders, they'll use Deshaun Watson, dust him off, put him back up, and say, ooh, look at this. He's better than you. When you need some stats, you'll turn to touchdowns, but you'll ignore wins and you'll ignore 300 and 400-yard games. When it comes to it, you'll believe your anonymous sources rather than what people told you that's sitting in front of a microphone that's in the locker room like Shelby Harris, Myles Garrett, Grant Delpit, Denzel Ward. You'll believe them. Somebody will tell you exactly what they plan on doing, which is building around the offense and a young quarterback, and you'll say, I didn't see that. Well, listen, here's what's going to happen. I'm just making a decree. I'm putting my flag down. G. Bush is now in complete unbothered mode. I'm not engaging in none of that. If you want to know what G. Bush think about something, pull up. I'll tell you what I think about specifically. But in terms of going back and forth roundabout with folks, that ship has sailed. That ship has sailed. Because I can engage and I like it. But how I do and how I move is, you got to start to understand and think to yourself, I'm going to control my peace. I'm going to understand what's going on, how we moving. And I prioritize what I'm saying. I prioritize what I'm doing. I prioritize in my purpose. I prioritize in my unbotheredness. Because the reality of the situation is, if they can get you to look back, that's when they can keep your blessings. If they can get you, if they can distract you, if they can hold you back, if they can be antagonistic enough. See, it's a lot of people that ain't even really concentrating on success. They just making sure you don't win. Hold on, what? Some people don't even really want no success for themselves. They're just willing to make sure you don't get it. That's tough. That's a tough lesson to learn. A lot of people, you ain't just supposed to get it. And if they can get you looking backwards, you can't be tunnel vision on what your purpose is. Be unapologetic in what your purpose is and how you and where your sales is moving. Unapologetic. And if that unapologetic purpose, people don't understand it, they can't line up with it, they don't get it, it ain't for them to get it. It ain't for them to get it. When you leave this place and you on your deathbed, you don't remember how many people tried to hold you back. You know what you do remember? Whether or not you feel comfortable that you did what God told you to do on your time on this planet. Did you maximize it? Did you touch people's lives? Did you speak truth to power? Did you stand 10 toes down? Did you not be a sucker? Did you not be moving around because you're worried about money? Did you not worried about being liked? Did you not worry about trying to be in the text groups? Did you not want to, was you comfortable walking around, just looking around to the left and the right with you and still doing what you need to do? Because purpose and perfect purpose is unbotheredness. Say what you want. Because when I go and when I'm laying there, the only thing that I'm trying to concentrate on, the only thing that I care about is that I do what I was told to do while I was here. I don't want nobody crying, boo-hooing, doing none of that. Because you know why? I'm going to be unbothered. As a matter of fact, I might be rejoiceful because I get to get my ultimate gift, my ultimate presence. So as we talk and we move along and as we get to this season, don't let nobody steal your joy about how you want to celebrate and watch your football team. Don't let nobody tell you how you should feel about your football team and the people that's in that room and the energy that you feel that they can turn anew. Let them folks sit over there. It ain't my job. It ain't your job to make them feel good about why they don't like the team. It's time out for if you don't rock with the Browns, if the Browns not your first team, don't talk to me about no Browns. If the Browns is your third or fourth team, if the Browns ain't first and foremost where you at, if the Browns ain't first in your mind when you want to get up and watch TV, I don't watch Red Zone. I don't care nothing about them other squads. I'll watch them if the Browns ain't on. But if the Browns not on your first team, if they ain't on the first slot, I'm kind of petty. I really ain't paying attention to what you're talking about anyway. I'm not beating your doors up. Hey, watch this. You ain't never heard. I'm curious. You ain't never, nobody, I ain't never came around telling people, hey man, you know what? Man, I only talk about what I'm talking about and what we gonna do with the Browns. Unapologetically. Hashtag New Cleveland. And a lot of y'all is scared. A lot of y'all is scared. A lot of y'all is fearful because it's swelling. Oh, the ground movement is coming. Oh, it's some new ones. It's some new soldiers on the way. It's some new cats, some gun-ho people. I'm talking about some people that's ready to get it. Some hungry people. It's some new blood coming into the pipeline. It's some new refreshing about to be happening right now. And all that old, tired, stale, woe is me conversation, we not, you hear it? That momentum is coming. It's a lot of young dudes that's believing. It's a lot of people that want to get in on something new, fresh, some positivity, something to shock the world. And it's a lot of y'all out here sitting on the sidelines talking about why it ain't gonna happen. Well, frankly, sir, I'm glad we ain't counting on you to put no work in. I'm so glad we're not counting on you to be beating the drums of the New Cleveland. Don't worry about it. We'll take it from here. We'll take it from here. Don't worry. Listen, I know you ran your race. I know. You ran your race. Get a baton to us. We'll take it and run with it. But just know the movement is happening. Hey, get ready, Cleveland. It's going to be a lot of folks, a lot of new faces in the building. Come on. It's going to be a lot of new faces coming around here, especially when the Browns come home. It's going to be a lot of genetically Browns. I don't root for no other team. Take it how you want it. Take it how you want it. Hashtag New Cleveland. Let's get ready. Let's get ready. First of all, let's get to, by the way, let me get to this. I got to get to, what do we got? We got the call of the day. Let me get a call of the day. Where's my banner? We're going to get it together. Let's get to the Barbershop call of the day. We'll get to the super chatter today coming up here in a moment. But first, this is the call of the day. Let's get to it.
This is Nate from Bristol, Virginia. I forgot to say that on the last one. G Breezy for Sheezy. Tell the ESPN Ultimate cast to take it easy. They know Shedeur didn't have any first-team reps. They threw him in the game against Baltimore without ever even playing with anybody on the first team. He was thrown to third and fourth stringers and trash cans. And look how much better the third and fourth stringers got. That's a sign of a true leader. So stop playing with us, man. QB1, this is Nate.
Shout out to Nate. That is our call of the day. And let me go ahead and put this in here real quick. Let me get this in here right quick. And since Nate was the caller today, what we got to do? Nate from Bristol, hit us up, man. Email me at fifthdimensionmedia1@gmail.com, fifthdimensionmedia1@gmail.com with your size, your address, where we can ship this all off to, and you are going to get this Barbershop Nike joint right here. It's easy. If you want to be one of the guys who is caller today and get one of these shirts, all you got to do is send us your best take, 30 seconds. You got to be a member. If you are a member, best take 30 seconds. We put it in the chat and we ready to go. Let's go to our super chat of the day. And Rosie, what we got? The number 18. Let's get to it. Logic makes no sense. You want to pay $30 million for a quarterback, but also tank to get a quarterback in 27. Make it make sense. You love Dalvey. Thank you for your super chat of the day. If you want to get the super chat of the day, all you got to do is hit us up and we'll get it. And this is super chat of the day right here. You are going to get this t-shirt. Make sure you hit us up and we'll get that out to you ASAP. Make sure hit us up at fifthdimensionmedia1@gmail.com, fifthdimensionmedia1@gmail.com. We'll send you how you can get this shirt, and we'll send it out to you. And this is cool. This is why the barbershop is awesome. You don't even have to really even do nothing, and we still giving back. You can get this shirt. You don't have to wait to super chat. You can just go to bushlinebeauty.com, bushlinebeauty.com to get this shirt right here. And shout out to our participants for our super chatter today and our phone caller today. They will receive 2 free shirts. Thank you, guys. We appreciate all our supporters and appreciate your support for what you do with the barbershop. Now, let's get to the rest of the super chats here and talk about what we got going on. Let's see. Miss Bell says, clickbait, a.k.a. BS. Now, of course it is. And be doing the most. First, it was AB, anybody but Shedeur. Now it's ABHS, anybody but help for Shedeur. They on a mission. RDM, I appreciate you. It's kind of like that too, though. It's like, oh, well, we know that they're gonna play you. Let's make it very difficult for you too. Let's go get 3 safeties, even though we don't got linemen. Crazy work. Brian King 777. Thank you so much for the super chat. J Mac too fresh. G Bush cooking too much. This made the stream freeze. Double wrist up. I appreciate y'all for sticking around. You know how they play. Listen, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I know they be watching. Trying to pull the blanket. Trying to pull the plug on my stuff. Can't do it. Can't ban the Panda Man, J Mac too fresh. You so crazy. Can't ban him. Can't ban the Snowman, by the way, man. He had a great mixtape run. Anytime the tagline or the title question is speculative, sensational, or defies logic and common sense, I know it's clickbait now. I don't engage. Sandra Speaks True. Facts. When they got that question mark at the end, and you be like, I just don't understand. They know they don't even got that much money that they can even talk about. They don't even got money like that to be moving around. Talk about we about to get Kyler Murray. Well, what? What are you doing? How you planning on getting that? Just a Girl became a member. Thank you so much, Just a Girl 007. We appreciate you. Welcome to the family. JB2 Smooth says most journalists and analysts don't actually do any research or fact-finding. They mainly go to sources that will give them the narratives that aid in creating narrative-based contents. Unfortunately, that is true. You're not going to find many journalists or analysts breaking down no film. It's just not going to happen. It's just part of it. But at least you can pretend a little better that you ain't totally shelving propaganda. J Mac too fresh, man. Thank you so much for gifting memberships. We appreciate you so much, bro, for holding us down. Beautifully blessed. They're back trying to get us banned, G. As soon as the shop doors open, they calling up YouTube, slowing down our streams and causing outages. We ain't going nowhere. Hey, listen, we back up, man. We don't play no games with them. We put out massive content. Matter of fact, if you want to make sure you check us out, 4 p.m. We back here Friday. Friday we back. Greg Schwartz of the Bleacher Report be back on. Cavs play tomorrow night. Friday, we're gonna get to that. Thursday, Members only. Wide receiver, we get to see Jordan Tyson, the #1 seed in our wide receiver bracket. If you want to become a member, make sure you check us out. We got the bracket coming up. Tyvis is in the building tomorrow. So we got content. We give you on Wednesday, content on Thursday for the draft, and we're going to give you some basketball. You know what we do. We ready to go. It's all good, y'all. They are all enrolled in the Wendy Williams and Charlemagne Rage Baiting University. They was the best at it. Wendy Williams was the coldest at it. Star is a rage baiter too. Shout out to Miss Jones. That's crazy that I'm not from New York, but it's weird how you know all of the New York DJs. You know, Flex, Star and Buck Wild, Miss Jones, Miss Info. It's funny. Shout out to Ebro and all them too, man. Let's go. Nas or Nasorgi. I destroyed that. Destroyed it. Let me know, and I'll pronounce it correctly next time. NFL ranked Jordan Love 14, yet Willis isn't good enough to start, and the Browns should pay for him. If he was that good, wouldn't half the teams in the league go get him and bench their starting quarterbacks? He ain't even like that at all. Like, that's the problem, bro. Like, they be trying to make believe. And the fact is, you can't even tell me. You can't even tell me why he's good. Go back and listen to the breakdown. Are they going to talk about arm talent, ball placement? They weren't covering him out of Liberty. He ain't had numbers in Liberty either. McKnight, this new DC is going to make 12 the real supercomputer during the first team reps, defensive pass coverage, Super Bowl 2026, go Browns. Hey, I heard Carthon, who is the former Tennessee Titans GM, he said the Browns will be in the playoffs in a year. He said if they hit on the draft picks that they hit, he thinks they got an opportunity to be right back doing their thing in another year. Pay me $239 million. I'll get Splinters, no questions asked. You need me to limp too? Hey, give me that 230. You give me that 239. I'll hold the bags. Put that clipboard up. And you know they keep kicking it down the road, so he getting interest on that 239, right? Yeah, he rich. By the way, that's his second contract. Come on now. Watson is living his best life, and they are big mad. T-Storm, you are correct. Shout out to him. He done got married, turned his life over to Christ. Shout out to him. You love Dalvey. Shout out to you. We played that. The logic makes no sense. You want to pay $30 million for a quarterback, but then tank to get a quarterback in 27 makes no sense. And then when that quarterback they get in 27 get here and he play bad, they're going to say, we don't have no weapons. And then the next year they'll say, we need to draft the best available defensive tackle or something. Rose, put G to work, sis. You deserve that bag and a tennis bracelet. Deshaun Watson not showing. My wife's bag collection is very nice. Here's the problem. If I did buy her that bag, she would be thoroughly upset. She has she one of them people with an old soul. She won't even throw old food out. She'd be like, nah, we got to run that back. Bro, if it's over a certain amount, she like, I'm like, bro, you got to stop. I mean, clearance is cool, but treat yourself. She like, nope. If it's over a certain amount and I brought her home, I think she would cry. If I literally brought that back, hey, listen, she tried to tell, listen, she got one Gucci bag and she tried to make me take that back in a heartbeat. No, how much did it cost? Tell me. You tell me now how much it cost. We need groceries. I'm like, bro, you funny. Travis Staley. Sorry, G, I love your channel, but Cardinal Tate will be a bust. Hey, what about Jordan Tyson, though? What about Mekhi Lemon? See, if the Browns evaluate and they say Cardinal Tate ain't it, you still got two more dudes that could be it. My point is, under no circumstances can we be talking about taking corners and safeties. And no. You know what we need. The real Night King, they out here handling $30 million contracts to a subpar quarterback. Hell, I played quarterback in street football back in the day, and I'm still 4-0. And I'm still 4-0. They should sign me. Talk about that crap. Jimmy made $685 million in revenue with 5 wins. Jimmy thinking if he wins 10 or 11 games, I might be $1 billion. It make no way to bring in them with them numbers. See, they don't understand that. If I was a businessman, let me tell you something. I got a stadium coming up. I really don't even care if y'all winning like that. Yeah, we want to win. But if I got a dude like that, there's some business owners that's so nefarious that they would say, I don't care if he plays terrible for 4 years in a row. He's going to play 4 years in a row because I know every year that base is going to look like this. Every year that jersey going to look like this. Every year I know we got people coming to the stadium. Malik Willis. And you got this dude over here. He's a cash cow. Ain't he better than him? And Malik Willis ain't never been better than him. Y'all need to stop. Alexander Gallant. Andrew will draft wide receivers and offensive line. Simple. He's going to do that. Kaiserman, 12 Browns. G-Bush, you're the only person I trust with Cleveland media for Browns take Serbia, bro. And sending a big shout out to you. Shedeur is the answer. Shout out to Serbia. We worldwide, baby. We are world. See, this is what I'm saying. First of all, I'm going to say this. I want to thank. Let me just tell y'all something. G, we need some magic from AB since all the linemen plus Njoku have void years, which means that if we lose them, that will cause dead money to our cap. One thing AB is great at is finding new money. That man will find some new money. Don't worry about that. Browns fan forever and always. # New Cleveland, the real night team. We appreciate you. I was the first Browns fan in our local bar. They announced it and gave me my own TV. Miss Bell, holding it down. I like you. Hold it down for us. G, D Woods, 889. G, where did you get that Chief Wahoo hat caps at? I got those in Beechwood. Beechwood Mall it's at a Beechwood wall at Lids in the bottom floor. Go check it out. Beechwood Mall. Reverend BJ Nelson, G Bush is cooking like cordon bleu, chef's kiss. We appreciate you, Rev. I want to say this before we get out of here. I want to thank y'all. I want to thank each and every person, whether you've ever disagreed with me, whether you've put a super chat down, whether you never super chatted, whether you just pull up on my videos and you don't do nothing and you just sit here and watch. I want to thank you, each and every one of you, honestly, for supporting the content, for supporting independent content, and also supporting people being unapologetic with the information they bring up. Because I am only in this industry. I am a product of being where I am today because of people who support. And when I say support, I mean super support. I mean support, and it's not just monetary. It's the people who, when I get health issues, you reach out. The people who say, I appreciated what you said. Your words encouraged me. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, because I'm going to just tell you this. I started this channel because I couldn't get into the industry. I started this channel because I wanted to do sports talk. I wanted to do radio full time. I wanted to make it my career, and I didn't get the opportunity. And I moved and started doing this content, not knowing not one person, 2 people, or anybody would support it. So for the people that's in Serbia and Iceland and Ireland and wherever you're at in Hawaii and all the Browns backers and all the CU aunties, I want to thank for all of the other independent bloggers who pick up content that say, oh, I saw G Bush was cooking today. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, because at the end of the day, I just don't do it just to do it. I do it for something and a purpose. And without y'all and without the barbershop and without the people that support, the genuine people that care about, the same things that I care about, it wouldn't be possible. So we want to thank you. And you are the people. Like I got a belt that said the people's champ. I didn't know if it was going to work or not, but I couldn't imagine the outpouring and some of the things that you guys have been able to do, and just the interaction that I look forward to coming on here, doing these videos, talking with y'all as if you're my family. It is, right? I talk to some of y'all more than I talk to my own family. So it is family, and I appreciate each and every one of you, and we will continue to be family. With that being said, you never know where G Bush might show up, radio, television, or internet, but if you want a fresh cut on sports, you know how I do. I keep them Clippers with me. And as always, go Browns.